going to next part, which is modular program. Modular program. So modular program is very important because most of the time, if you are a programmer, you can't finish all the program by yourself. You have to assign or divide it to a whole project into the subsets to different partners, then co-work. So the modular program is very important. So we will try to tell you how to do the modular program. So the example programming 6.5 is a function to find the greatest common divisors of two numbers. I think we have already practiced that. But the example program 6.6 is a program to test this function, and we divide it to different files. Try. First, this is the GCD function. Remember, we do that a lot of times. To find the greatest division, a common divisors of two numbers. So we will call that GCD function, and we will save it as a GCD function.py. This part is very important. I want you to practice by yourself. So we make a review. So what is the GCD? How do we do that? It's a function, right? So there are two parameters. First is N1, the other is N2. And GCD equal 1, K equal 2, right? So while the K start from 2, right? While K smaller than K1 and K also smaller than K2, then if N1 divided K2, K equals 0, and N2 divided K also equal 0, then the K will be the GCD. But actually, because this is a while loop, so the K will increment until it's no longer smaller than or equal to N1 and N2 both. And then final GCD will be the greatest common divisor of the two numbers. So we will return GCD to the caller, right? So we'll save it as a GCD function. And then it's another one. It's another function, right? It's another function. You can see the coding line is different, totally different from first to sixth. So the first, we can do another thing is called from GCD function. This is a file name because we will save the GCD function here, right? Yes, we can try to do this. Okay. So we will do that first. Okay, we will create a new one here. So we have to do a GCD function first. GCD, and the parameter is N1 and N2, and then we will have some parameter variable here. GCD here is 1, and then K equal 2. Actually, the function name could be the variable name is fine. So while is the loop. N1, oh no, actually it's K because K will incremental. K is smaller and equal than N1, and K also smaller and equal N2. N2 here. Then we will check if K, if N1 divided K equals 0, and it should be both divided K equals 0, 2, then K will become the new GCD, right? And then when the if finished, we have to below the while loop, we have to make the GCD, or we have to make the K plus. Yeah, until that's larger than N1 or larger than N2, then it will jump to the. Yeah, so maybe we will try to do something called that. For example, print maybe 25 and with the 15. Okay, it's 15 with the, yeah. And okay. Call that the screen. The GCD of, because we have to fix, right? 15 and 125 is, yeah, and then we code the GCD function. And we just want to check whether the function is work. So first we will make the 15 and 125, go. So we try to make this name is GCD function. Yeah, the name have to be remembered because this is file name. So the GCD of, oh, it's none. Oh, because we forget to return. So when the function finished, we will return because it cannot be found. It cannot be none because GCD default is 1. One more time. Still none. Why? Why? What is why? Return. Oh, return. Have to return GCD. Yes, here. One more time. Make a lot of problem here. This is not actually y, it's py. Okay, it's py here. Actually, this is the result. GCD of 15 and 125 is 5. Okay, because 5 is can the number 5 can divide it for the both number together, but it still have fixed the number here. But now we have already know this function can be work, right? So we will delete this part. We just save it. See, when we do something, it will become a star. Star is to notice the programmer is something different before you saving it. So when you do anything different, please Control S is save the file. Please Control S for saving the file. Now this file is finished. This is just only one function, right? And we close it, right? And we try to create another one. Now we will create another one. We create new file, okay? This new one is a main function. Yeah, main function. So we call that main function. Yeah, the main function have two important function. I mean functionality. First, you have to know what is the two number. First is x1. So we want the user to input. Please enter the first number. Yeah. And then we also need the x2 here. Yeah, and it's the second. Okay, second number, right? And then we will call the function. Call the function. Yes, we know the function is GCD here, but right? GCD here, and we put x1 and x2 inside, just like before, right? And we will also print it. So we do that. We print. Yeah, we print. We say, okay, the GCD of what? X1 and X2 is, yeah, GCD here, because it's a return function. So actually the return value will become this position. Yeah, and we use the print, right? Yeah, and this is done. And we will call that man. But problem is in this file, he cannot find the real GCD. So where can find the GCD? We have to tell them from a file. This file is GCD function. Have to be exactly the same with the file name, GCD function, and import. Import means you will make the function to get inside. So you just import the function name is enough. It's enough. And of course, when you use the function, you have to know how to use it. It's the rule of the Python. You have to know what is the arguments, parameters inside. Yeah. So actually, we know that you have to at least 2 parameters, right? So then we can save the file, and we can save the file as we call that. This is first one is GCD function, right? It should be in the desktop, but I can not see that. So we can call that is test GCD. Yeah. Okay, and then it's very important. These 2 files have to be in the same folder. In the same folder. It means when I save the file on the desktop, it should be also on the desktop. So I have to find where is my another file here. Okay, this is a GCD function here, and we make it in the same folder. It means the same folder, right? It's the desktop. So when I execute, I have to just execute this function. Yeah, and he will call that. Please enter the first number, 50, and the second number is 125, and he will find the answer. Why it can be finding the answer? Because we call that from GCD function, this file, import the GCD. And when you do that, you will have you will become another, you will create another file just like this. Yeah, this is a connect file, which means we make the 2 files connected together. So it's fine. It's fine. It's just it's a record. Then you execute 2 files together. It's very interesting because you just do that and you know the file, you know the function. Actually, it is in the other places, and you just can use it if you know the file name and the function name. So it can be divided into 2 parts. And the other very interesting part is when you do your function, for example, this is your function, this is your partner, right? And you just have to make sure how many arguments, parameters you will pass. This is the first. And the second part, what is the name? So your partner do not have to make sure your parameter is x1, your parameter next is x2. You can do it by its own. And you just have to make sure whether you return or not return. It's all the things you have to communicate with your partner, your colleagues when you do a big project. And this is modular. Why it is a modular? Because it's more make a big, huge program into a subset. So when anything wrong, we just fix this. For example, if the GCD functions or the formula change, we just revise this. If anything wrong, we just revise this. We do not have to revise all the file because all the file, when you do something, it may make the mistake, all the file mistake. So it's called modular. It's called a modular, right? So the function can be divided. One is the main function, the other is the calling function. You can calling this function. So remember how to calling the function. Please from the file name import the function name and without any parameter because you will have already know. So it's your turn. Try to do it by yourself.